Hello, I'm Aradiabo, and this is RimWorld, ETNO Escapades. Now, the graveyard has not been filling up, and I can't say I'm unhappy about that. We have some cloth that we're carrying in. We can make more overstuffed chairs and doggy beds and the like. We only have the one doggy, so I don't see any need to do that. Looking to grab that last bit of plasteel. We have 30 plasteel and 20 gold. So, kind of keeping an eye out in the back of my mind. The back of my mind's high, the eye of my mind's back. Something like that. We discovered that the turret is a good source or a bad source of friendly fire. And so we're going to want to, area revealed. We're going to want to be careful about use of the turret. That's good. Gathering the resources here. And I think we're going to want to finish off this room in the rough. Okay, blight. That is not a thing I'm happy about. It's a thing I'm very unhappy about. I have a food problem now. Let me go ahead and do some of these things. But now, something that I am going to be thinking about is how am I going to get food for my colonists? Okay. I need more wood. Social fight with Stas because slighted. Well, at least they did it right next to the infirmary. I just can't, I don't know, be too fussed about people that hurt themselves. It's good to have them heal, though. Not that cold. Let's take it high gear. So we have some objectives, among which is eating. Let me see if I can find some supplemental raspberries. Combat supplier. That's sounds like a party. We're going to take this down. And pick on Rasty when he's done with that. Right there. Have him trade. Let's see. We're down to very little money. So we actually need to sell a bit. And maybe get rid of some things that we're not super interested in keeping. I'd say it's not much money, but it's something. The plasteel knife we probably want to keep. Yeah, probably get rid of these things, and that gives us more money. I don't want to use frag grenades. Get rid of the shoddy clothing. And that's what we got. Okay, in terms of things we can buy, prosthetic bits, let's hold off on that. Looks like mostly what we're doing here is cleaning up our back. Pants would be nice, but oh my goodness, hyperweave must be good stuff. Little helmet action. No, we're good with all this. We're just selling things off. Okay. Can finish off that flooring here. Maybe start up a little flooring here. And here. Other wood bits would be these things. So let's see. It's 42 degrees. That is kind of cold. I'll probably want to put a heater in. We haven't left ourselves a lot of space to put heaters and things. So I could make a little alcove here that would be heaterific. And yep, dealing with this is good. Alright, take it back up to high speed. Spacecraft is fallen. Okay. You have been on minor breaks every once in a while, so let's take... Okay, excellent. Research screen pause so that I can think this through. So drug production will allow you to make things. Not super sure what those things are. Some of them might be useful. There's anti-malaria drugs. Let's see, fire foam. That'd be nice. But let's go straight to the hospital bed, because that will help us tremendously with the getting better. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Really happy about getting these wood floors in place, but more importantly, getting these torches in place. And you know, at triple speed, that's a fast construct. But yeah, I also like the fact that like we're really ganging up on the food over here. I'm pleased by my settings right now. Okay, so do we want to replace these with auto doors? I mean, the more auto doors we make, the more power we need to keep moving. And the other thing I want to see is now for power, we have the geothermal generator, and that requires 400 steel and component. It doesn't require anything super costly. Alright. The one thing I'm not pleased with here is the fact of the how that gets in the way of our defensive position. So we'll have to think about this. We're going to want to move this down. We're going to essentially want to build down. Whether we, you know, so the next thing to do is to move this out of the way to mine this stuff. So we get this out of the way, so we can build our next level of, maybe even shut this off completely. Yeah, that's probably the thing to do, is shut this off completely and then build our defensive line down here. But that would further discriminate between defense from this side. We have a self-tamed wild boar. Let's have a look at that. That's a male. So, wild boars are scary. The whole idea that one would self-tame is seems kind of silly. But let's take our animal, our wild boar. Oh, wow! How trainable is this fellow? No, we want to stick it to animal area 2. Perhaps we can sell it off. Doot. Training. Whoa. Okay. Well, dang. Maybe we restricted animal area 1 if it's really that trainable. That's not the one I want. Oh, could be an issue though. Let's go with in terms of food. Let's go with animal area 2. Do we need more steel? We need more component. We have enough component. But we're getting low on that. So let's go ahead and find some component to mine. I don't know if there's a way of constructing component. Haven't found that yet. And let's just poke into that and see whether there are other resources hidden by that external resource. Cargo pods. Jump to that location. Food. So much the right time for random food allotments. Get that inside the refrigerator, and then we're set for a while. The blight, that blight could have really hurt us. I'm glad that we have just sort of food dropping in from heaven. Okay, now the next thing to do, whoops, paused it, it's not that important, is to make sure that we have a little conduit here. In fact, I think I'm going to do this. Make our conduit two ways. I don't know whether, so that if this conduit breaks, then we can, then we have an alternate way in. I think I need to start researching making separate electrical systems for various things. Alright. This is ready to go. Oh, I can see it. Interesting. Okay. Digging in there, that's good. Pick up our steel supply. All the mining, seriously. Alright. Just in case people might run out of things to do, throw that in there. Darkness falls. Our wild boar seems to have enough forage. Oh my goodness, I had chickens at one point, and sort of put them in an area, and they just depopulated the plants in the area. There are male and female chickens, and the little chicks ate so much. They grew so rapidly and ate so much that I was I was kind of hoping to have a stable supply there, but I needed to pull a lot more eggs out of that cycle. Does our cloth? Yeah, our cloth definitely deteriorates. I wonder if that's deteriorating because of the weather. Deterioration rate. Left outside, especially in the rain. Excellent. So there's some point to doing this digging out here. I think to start with, I'll just leave this open. Because there's really no reason to put it behind the door. What about these other things? Does this have, oh good, this has, I hope this has a deterioration rate. Alright. In fact, let's just go ahead and do this now. Grab our zone area, stockpile zone, clicking on this. Can I cross this area like this? Yeah, I can. Good. So I'm doing this. And there. Now the areas that can possibly be, well, oh, is this that's a different stockpile area. Alright, so what I need to do is dig out this. Delete this zone. Delete this zone. No, I don't want to hide it. I want to delete it. Ah! Excellent. Component. Eclipse. Okay, that's not horrible. It's bad. It's not horrible. I have geothermal now. So, this is generating power, and this is generating power. So, even if one of these things breaks down, I've got power. Let's see, is that an area under there? It is. We're deleting that. Okay, now. Okay, I don't need to pause or anything, but I can push this stockpile area into here. So it's the same stockpile area. And I don't know why I'm optimizing it this bad, but you know, it's me. So now what I'm going to do is delete the zone. Delete that. Oh, good. It just deletes parts of the zone. Very pleased. So that's deleted now. Poo. That isn't what I wanted at all. Alright. We're going to build this as a stockpile zone. It's a new stockpile zone. And we're going to see what I wanted to not have to do was fix up this stuff. I don't want any rotten in here. Manufactured. I don't want any medicine. Don't want any drugs. That's all going in the refrigerator. Raw resources. Don't want any of that. Well, actually, I do want those things. What about plant matter? I don't want any plant matter. Because, you know, this takes time. Art, furniture, artifacts, body parts. I don't want any natural body parts in here. Weapons. Okay, non-smeltable is fine. Apparel is fine. No chunks. And no human-like corpses, but mechanoid corpses are fine. Okay, now that all that stuff is dealt with, I can close this up. And might as well mine this out. Alright, so this becomes a wall, and this becomes an auto door. Actually, it doesn't become an auto door. We cancel that, and this becomes a real door because I don't have the electricity run over here yet. Gosh, clumsy. Alright, good. Much nicer. And now I can go back, and this is almost dealt with. Let's go ahead and do some of that dealing with. Good. Okay, the limestone auto door is broken down, one of them. So that's to the outside, so someone just needs to come over here and fix that. We haven't built ourselves a hole of any kind. Okay. They're leaving, right? They're leaving. They've left. Alright. The eclipse has ended. That's what that noise was. And so, back to extending this zone. Okay. There's an order to doing these things, apparently. Good. See, boop. Now. Now that stuff is not going to deteriorate nearly as fast. I'm very pleased. So, in fact, while I'm doing this... Alright, so now I actually don't need those auto doors anymore. I'm going to have to make this an auto door. Laboratory retrievers join. How many of these are there? Alright. Oh, they have names. There are two of them. Maya and Aristotle. I couldn't be more pleased. I could be more pleased. But I'm pleased with this. So we're going to go ahead, assign these animals to Animal Area 1. Keep them out of the food. And we'll call that good. And we will call this an episode. This, because this is RimWorld, ETNO Escapades, and I am a Rowdy Yabo.